Good morning, America. Today we are July 2nd. It's a special day because we are experiencing a solar eclipse. Thus, the prediction that I have for you are quite interesting. As always, take the time to read the newsletter because I channel information when I speak, when I write. So the title of this special Cosmic Code newsletter today is July 2nd, Solar Eclipse SOS to the World Predictions. Then I gave a couple dates, 07, 017, and 0730. In other words, I gave the July 10, July 17, and July 30 well ahead of time so that you cannot say, oh, wow, you just made that prediction yesterday. And of course, I mentioned also you have been warned because it is kind of an interesting, serious time. You know, during the old days, when the ancient saw those heavenly bodies cruising through the universe and in flames, they were all in awe. Oh my God, what is this? Of course, science will tell you, rationally what it is. And suddenly enough, the entire scientific community has lost cosmic consciousness. And they see the stars just as mere rocks hanging out there for the sake of beauty, when there is so much more behind it. In fact, it's a disaster for humanity. And for those matrices, would they be the religious matrix or the scientific matrix to control all the information and give you only plausible information to what the solar eclipse is all about? My God, there is so much more. Yeah, it's important to remember that the ancients did not build their, monuments wherever they felt like. The timing was crucial and always pointing to specific constellation. And why? Why? Because they could benefit from those cosmic winds, which vibrates in relationship to what specific building, monument is actually designed for. It's like a talisman. Anything that you buy, a car, a watch, pair of shoes, pair of socks, has a value, has a talisman, has energy. And God knows where those energy are going to take you if you're not cosmic conscious. That's the beauty of dealing with Dr. Turi. All right, now, on Saturday, I'm going to be, that will be June the 6th, I will be with Michael Deacon on his radio show, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you got not much to do, healing like me, or bored, or just simply curious and wanted to learn all about Cosmic Code secrets, then pay attention and listen to that show, where I will give probably the same dates that I'm giving you today, sending you all the way to the end of the month, because that's what the stars are all about. This is why God, cosmic design, is all about, to make you aware that the stars are more than dead rock. They are to be used, translated, so that you can lead a safe, more productive life. All right, now, of course, you had tens of thousands of cosmic and conscious people that was watching in Chile this solar eclipse. And it's a wonderful show, don't get me wrong. It's absolutely magnificent. And again, the scientific community can only tell you what they know. And what they know is this, stars are rocks. They tell you their composition, their distance, whatever they need to tell you about it that makes sense to them. And what about the spiritual values? What about the soul of the cosmos? What about the essence of all those disappeared civilizations? What about those erudite men of the past? Why should they be just brushed under the carpet and ridiculed? As I said, there is so much more for you to digest in my work, and it takes time. In fact, I remember when I went to lecture in the pyramids, I have asked everybody, to come to the foundation of a pyramid, and I stand on top of it, and you can see the pictures in the newsletter. Man, it's just, I like flying. Took my shoes off and I said, you know what? You regenerate from the magnetic field of the earth. This is a vortex. It's extraordinarily powerful. Just come there. Let me go first. So take a picture of me, okay? And then when I developed that picture, man, you could see it. I'm literally surrounded with bright white light. Wow. You know, I got a couple of other cruises to do, and how to stay young and how to stay healthy, teaching Nostradamus medical aspects of astrology. So that's going to be incredible. And hopefully I'll drag you there if you come with us to those vortexes, and I'll tell you a few things to do to regenerate and to stay young and to heal faster, like me. All right, so let's see what we have here. The keywords for this specific window, it's the beginning or the end of important phases of life. And to those who have been following me for a while, during one of these windows, I told you that to be very careful. It's the beginning or the end of important phases of life. And again, little did I know that I was giving the exact date of my mother passing. God bless your soul, my mama. And at the same time, the same day, my good friend David Icke, you know, was refused a visa to speak in Australia, making my prediction coming true for thousands and thousands of people out there who expected the end. It was the end. So it's important to analyze yourself, you know. Is there a beginning or is there an end of your life? Well, look at me. Only 3 days ago, we decided to go from the minimum technology to the top. So to me, it's a new beginning. This guy is coming tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock. He's going to run around my attic. He's going to pull all this wire, all this technology in the back of my house, big new dishes. Next thing you know, I'm going to be talking to you the speed of light. I'm going to be able to download those videos in a fraction of a second, thanks to my wonderful, magical genius webmaster, which led me into the possibility, because I was complaining about my computer being a bit slow. Now, I'm 69. I'm not into technology yet. I have to use it to keep up with you. So to me, it's a new beginning. Now, check yourself. Is there anything new in your life? Or not just look at you, look at your friends, your family member. Did they end up on something? Did they finish something? So I collected, as usual, a bunch of news that will predispose my quatrain and those very obvious keywords. Okay, so there is one thing that also is important for me to mention. When I was on my good friend Dr. J radio show, I gave them the date of July 10, July the 17th, and July the 30th, which are the title of this newsletter, okay? And then to those who are skeptic, to those who do not understand where I'm coming from, hey, I'm giving you the proof of my claim. All you got to do, you have the link, click on Dr. J and listen to what I said. Listen to those dates, because they were given to you last time I was on his radio show. That's a few days ago. I can't remember. So I do it not only in writing today, but I already gave those dates already on Dr. J show. That was June the 20th, if I recall. Yes, June the 20th, and we are the 2nd. That's 22 days ago. I already gave those dates, and I'm giving you again to lead you all the way to the end of the month, so you be prepared to those various cosmic winds. And each time one window ends, I will go back and give you the new quatrains and the new keywords, so that you can understand a little bit more and boost your psychical awareness of the cosmic design and use it to your advantage. All right, so what else we have? Understand that the prediction that I gave about this solar eclipse are universal, because I don't know who you are. And if you wanted to know about you, well, I would have to, have you in front of me in Skype, like I did this morning, before I did that video, and check by house and by sign where that lunation will take place. Again, as I mentioned on the newsletter, if that solar eclipse takes place on your 7th house of marriage and you're in a wrong relationship, bye-bye, your partner is going. Would it be emotional or business-wise, his partner is gone. That's imposed by God's will through this lunation. Now, if it's on your 5th house of love and romance, you might find somebody you love, or you might have a child. If it happened on your finances, well, you might get an opportunity to make money. So if it happened on your eighth house, which is other people's money, you might win the lottery. If it happens in your career, a great opportunity to start a new career will be offered to you. That's the beauty of understanding and using the stars. Okay, now maybe you have no time, too busy, whatever excuse you have, you decide to ignore all this metaphysical junk, believe me, and junk. But I make it easy for you, okay? If you become a Cosmic Code, a VIP, okay? And remember, on the 4th, the price will move back to $10. Now it's $5, so make the most of it, okay? You can read the July 2019 moon transit, the July 2019 daily guidance prediction forecast. Then you can read also the July 2019 elaborated horoscope for all sign, and you can read the July 2019 SOS to the World Deadly Window dates. I already gave you that one for free, so to speak, in this show and in my newsletter, okay? But there is other forecasts that are really, really in-depth. They'll tell you, depending on the month you were born, where the very specific moon transition, that solar eclipse will take place. And the house, a very specific house that is touched by this lunation, has to be totally, completely restructured. Now, of course, you have also your natal and hidden dragon's head and tail that support, promote, or affect negatively that specific house. So I cannot give you all the details, but by being objective and by becoming a VIP for $5, give yourself a chance. Know me, because I know what I'm talking about. Then you will realize I'm real. So again, the links are offered on that newsletter for you to take advantage of that specific deal. So the date is July 2nd, which is today, okay? Okay, and I didn't write this today, okay? I gave you those dates on June 20th on a radio show, okay? June 2nd, the first date we're going to elaborate. The question is kind of simple, you know, like usual. Nature meant to strike hard. Nature meant to strike hard. What does it mean? Earthquakes, volcano? Oh, wait a minute. Let me finish. New horizon following tragedy. Well, normally when you have a big tragedy, people are forced to move and relocate, okay? So expect that. Much to fall, nothing made to last. If you can build anything, it has to crash. You're born to die, literally, okay? Tears, pain, death, and a new life for many. That is the obvious quatrain. It's a new life. Will it be a simple endeavors like me, starting with a new technology, speed of light technology? It's going to make my life much easier, okay? It could also mean the end of something. Yesterday, I went for my physical therapy, and they said, oh, well, you know what, Mr. Turi, now is perfect time after nearly a month to update. So we're going to let go of all that we did. Now we're going to go into a new exercise again, okay? Yesterday. So take my example as a guide, as a universal guidance to see how the stars are affecting you, and pay attention. The keywords, United States, of course, new beginning, ending of war, real estate, beginning of war, ending of war. Remember, real estate, family, tragedy, beginning, ending of important portion of life, forced relocation, forced action, destructive action, weather, a new planet or unplanned life for many. So that is very, very obvious keywords involving this quatrain. And as you know, I do not practice modern astrology, because modern astrology start and finish on your horoscope newspaper. Okay, that's all that you have for free on Facebook, Google. All these kids writing about astrology, they don't have cosmic consciousness, and they don't really care. Or they get a little paycheck, and then Facebook is making money through advertisement, not by serving you with reality like I do, something that is reliable. Okay, you will never see one of these kids on Facebook or anywhere else giving you date for earthquakes or volcano or anything else for that matter when I do, and it's always on radio, dated, published, well elaborated, and an algorithm. And that's the beauty of working with me. Okay, well, let me give you the first fact involving any and all of my 2019 SOS to the World Deadly Window. I always says, anytime there is one on my window, you're going to have either a 6.0 or above 6.0 earthquakes. And again, okay, during that window, that was yesterday, okay, the window start just before or after, just during that timing, okay, we had the 6.0 magnitude earthquake in Vanuatu, okay, that was yesterday, but Vanuatu yesterday was today for us because of longitude and latitude. That's why I give you a little window. So dead on again. Okay, what else do we have? Also involving nature meant to strike hard. Well, now we have a very high alert level that has been increased at the world's largest volcano in Hawaii. Right? Now this volcano is about to explode. Keep an eye on other volcanoes out there. Okay, so remember the reptilians are using those energy to either to hurt you, to make you feel bad and negative and upset and confused. And then this way they can regenerate. They can suck your energy like fleas on a dog. They can only survive with your negativity. While the Draconics are also using this to make people who have worked really, really hard benefit. Okay? All right, now as far as New Beginning Ending is concerned, House Dems lawsuit to obtain Trump's tax return. Exactly on the timing that I said, to be ready for June to be a very special month for President Trump. Next thing you know, he goes and talks to this dictator in North Korea. And then other people are against him, are obviously trying to destroy his life, with his family, and then they want to sue him, and then they want to get his tax return. And it's part of my prediction that the IRS or the tax or the money, this was going to get him down. And that's the beginning. That's a new beginning for him and an ending for something else. Okay. I also mentioned that Trump was born with the tail of the dragon, which is very negative in the sign of Sagittarius, that rules foreigners, foreign land, foreign affairs, and religion. Which means, again, anytime he touches this, we get cursed because he's the biggest man on the planet, running the biggest country of the planet. Okay, so his legacy will definitely, his racist legacy will be definitely cursed in the world for a long time. It's not over. It's just the beginning. Pay attention. Trump entering North Korea to meet with Kim is one of the worst days in American foreign policy. That is, if you do not support Trump. Remember, I couldn't give a damn. I don't care. If you like Trump, support Trump or don't. I'm French. I can't vote. And I wouldn't vote anyway because it's not, I don't feel it's right because I'm not American, okay? But even though I don't even vote for my country in France, even though they harass me to do that here, it's a responsibility that I don't want to take. Why? Because I know better. I just know better, okay? It's all about religion and politics stinks. Nobody can win. It's reptilians infected from the get-go. That's why the reptilians are created. All religion and all politics, making sure everything is split and everybody go and kill themselves because they don't agree. Because those idiots who are in power do not even know who they are. They have no cosmic consciousness. They're trying to rule you, to control your life, to make decisions that can kill you. Those people have no brain, and they are the elected, the chosen one for the human race, and they are also the experts. Oh my God. When I say you live on hell, believe me, you're not going to go to hell because you're talking to me, okay? You're already in hell, in your stupidity, in your ignorance, and your lack of curiosity. And I'm not putting every one of you in the same category. Understand? I'm not throwing the water with the baby here. To me, you are very precious because you're watching, but you are an extreme, tiny little minority of superhumans that are learning from me. Again, take the time to read the scepter that is taken from Donald Trump for president, which I wrote in June 2015, saying that you have been warned that this president will bring a headache, will bring a hell as far as foreign affairs and foreigners are concerned, and will lead this country into a war. Hey, I hope to be wrong. Never been wrong so far. Okay, starting in 1995 on Art Bell, when I said to him to be ready, America should to be ready for a religious war. And he says, excuse me, Mr. Turi, excuse me, Dr. Turi, a religious war. Because Art Bell was very, very religious. Okay, and look what happened. Okay, well before 9/11, well before Osama bin Laden, well before ISIS, Dr. Turi was right in 1995. And you think that's finished? No, it's a new beginning. All right, now let's see what's beginning and ending. Understand all I'm trying to tell you is that the all cosmic wind used by the reptilians or the draconids, so that's the lucky one, producing those news. Simple as that. Okay, so the corroded news seals cleared in killing of ISIS member in Iraq, capping off dramatic trial. That's a big ending. It's a big whew for that guy. Okay, the same type of window was in charge of this world when O.J. Simpson was acquitted. Yes. All right. Horrible death for men who ate gecko on a dare. The reptilians will make you do absolutely anything, even to eat themselves. The gecko is a little reptile, which is loaded with all shit. Excuse my French. So, in the name of being spatial, ego, total idiocy, this guy, God bless his soul, is now gone. Don't eat things that are not supposed to be eaten unless you got nothing else to eat. Florida mother arrested after leaving child in car while at job fair. Of course, it's definitely the end of a normal life now. There's something that she's going to start, like, spending some time in jail. But you know what? I had an argument with one of the big guy in Phoenix here. His name is Mike Broomhead. He's on the radio. KSDU, I think, saying something like that. Something like this. Anyway, and I tried to explain to this religious fanatic guy that why people leave their children in their car to die. Okay, the scientists call that, scientists find new planets. There's trillions and billions of planets. They find a new planet every day. Okay, but those the same type of scientists find a new name for that. They call it baby syndrome. I call it baby syndrome ridiculousness. So click on the link and go and read all the detail. But let me tell you what really happened. Okay? Why do those mothers or fathers leave their kids to die in a hot car? Your subconscious, or God, doesn't think. It doesn't rationalize with you. It will kill a child if there is an earthquake or a tornado or a tsunami. Okay? And God speaks through the higher level, through your subconscious, so to speak. Okay? Now, at the subconscious level, if you have dated a woman who drives a Mercedes, anytime you're going to see a Mercedes, you're going to associate with that Mercedes, or a BMW, or any car. You associate. That's the beauty of the subconscious, but it's also a serious problem if you don't understand. And I don't think a lot of you are clinical hypnotherapists who have studied the power of the subconscious. One good reason for you to get my book, Beyond the Secret, and learn about the superconscious and the subconscious, the difference. So what's happening here? That woman, let me give you another example. If you go to the dentist, okay, believe me, you're not going to leave your wallet or your keys at the dentist because you know it's going to hurt you. But if you go to your friend's house or you have a good discussion with somebody and you're going to leave your keys, your wallet, you're going to leave everything behind because your subconscious, God, wants you to go back because you feel good. That's your subconscious. Makes you do things and see things that are not there, okay? So knowing this woman, like any other woman out there, maybe got pregnant by a loser, which is in jail, or a drug addict. Now, this woman has to raise that child, but she cannot separate. She just cannot separate and control thought, which are manipulated by the reptilians, of course, that this guy who gave her a child made her life misery now because he's not helping her. Okay, instead of helping her, he's in freaking jail, he's wasting his money, he's screwing other women out there, and he's getting high. So that poor woman is like, Jesus, She loves her child because that's what the mother do. It's a natural instinct. She loves her child to death, and she'll risk her life to make sure that the child is safe. That is normal, including the woman who left this child and every single other human being who left their child to die. Okay, but the scientific community, the experts are not exactly smart. They're not cosmic conscious. They don't understand the superconscious, and they don't understand the ramification of what the subconscious is able to do. So this woman is thinking, okay, I have to go and get some milk for my baby because he needs to have milk. And then she ran off, and the subconscious or the reptilians manipulating the subconscious are making sure they're putting a wall that she completely and entirely forget this child, because she's not forgetting the child. She's trying to forget the bad time, the dispute, the war, the beating, the abuse that that woman was enduring with the father of that child. In other words, the subconscious is now doesn't see the child anymore because it's too painful, because it's related to the abuse that that woman at the subconscious level. She's not conscious. At the subconscious level, she doesn't want to deal with the bad guy. She doesn't want to deal with the progeny or all the stuff that she has to go and suffer, because now, because of this sucker who is not helping her, she has to work 3 jobs. She has to suffer. She cannot go out. And she may be very young and full of life. So trying to understand what I'm saying here, okay, that how are you going to fix that? How are you going to fix that? Well, you have to get this person to be more cosmic conscious, to understand the working of the subconscious. In other words, education. Okay, and my book are not going to be a top seller in New York because they are not fictional. Harry Potter will be, because people are stupid. People are not very smart. They go for entertainment. They go and watch a video that's stupid, like I do sometimes. You know, I want to be honest. I just look at this and how the hell are people doing shit like that? It blew my mind. Yet they're getting viral. Not my work, which should be, but that's just the way it is. That's why you're a minority of superhuman. And I'm trying to explain to you the power of your subconscious and how to be aware of what your subconscious will want you to see or do, and you're not exactly aware or conscious of it. So by reading my book, Beyond the Secret, you will get the rest of the story about the secret, because believe me, the secret is really, really unfinished product. All right, so we understand that story. So go and read Mike Broomhead, Why Parents Forget Their Children to Die in Hot Cars. You have the link, it's alive. Just digest it so you can understand a little bit more what we just discussed just now. Okay, what else do we have? End of life. Fire on Russian sub, kill 14 crew member. Wow. If that is not the end of life, I don't know what end of life is all about. Knowing Mercury is retrograde, Mercury affects every moving part. People don't think they take off in the middle of bad weather and the helicopter crash on top of a building, or a boat goes and you know, can't stop. Something is wrong with the mechanical part of that boat, or the captain is not there and he got to rush into the harbor and destroy a bunch of boats. That's Mercury retrograde, and the reptilians are using all this energy to kill. They do not want Earth here. Understand that, okay? Remember, when people use drugs and alcohol and pot or any legal or illegal drugs, the reptilians going toward the womb of a young mother, they manipulate the gene, they interfere with the development of that unborn child. And then when the child comes to term, then either the child is autistic, Down syndrome, gay or lesbian. And again, as I said, I have a lot of friends, students, and clients that are gays and lesbian, and I love them all. They all have the same blood than me. They are very smart. It's their physiology. I understand they are victim of forces they cannot understand, and force that science is well not suited for to relate to. But hey, you have me, and you have my explanation, and believe me, there is nothing else. All right, now, what else? A new beginning. U.S. woman advanced to World Cup final. For those who are into sport, that's a new beginning. All those girls have been working their butt off, and there goes the reptilians trying to stop them, and then the draconists are there to keep the balance and make them win. against the French and against the Spaniards, I believe. So this is good. Congratulations, ladies. Another thing about the new beginning, 2 women will take top EU post for the first time. Well, you have to read what that means. But when I saw the word first time, to me, it means new beginning. So go and check what this means, because I don't necessarily read the news. You know, I'm objective. I'm ADD a lot of time. I'm pretty much like Trump. I read the book at the end of it. I have no patience. I have a very strong Gemini, but it's productive. It's not negative. I don't lie. I don't cheat. I finish what I start. All right. Biden-Harris in virtual tie after big shift in black support poll shows. Again, that's definitely the ending for Biden and a new beginning for Harris. If you understand what I'm saying, this happened during that beginning and ending important phases of life. Okay, so knowing and understanding God cosmic design can allow you to be in charge of your destiny, to control your destiny instead of being a ridiculed, ignorant robot. Gun wielding paramedic and other state laws went into effect. That's a new beginning. Okay, finally went into effect. San Francisco mayor signed ban on one e-cigarette sale. Again, that's an ending, very important ending. The draconians are making sure that those who are in power do whatever they can to stop those kids or those abusive corporation don't care about your lungs or cancer. All they care is about this. So now the lawmakers are, stepping in and trying to, stop the damage, which is a good thing. Jeff and Mackenzie Bizzo, $38 billion divorce settlement is expected soon. Again, that's the ending. Well, here's a lucky lady. She doesn't have to work a day of her life. Obviously, she probably was born with a dozen of gold spoon in her mouth to be in the proximity of the most powerful, wealthy man on the planet. But again, you know what? The reptilians and the draconians are doing their parts, and those are human beings, and it's money that should be used to support, help, heal Mother Earth, do something for nature, do something for the Earth changes instead of wasting billions and billions to go and live on Mars. Jesus, can't believe people believe humans are one day going to live on Mars. You got to pay me to be that stupid, honestly. Time will tell who's right. We're already on Mars, technologically speaking, we're already there. But, design, human have no business out there. Long story. Now, sees that 13 million supercar collection to be auctioned off. Okay, that's the ending. A lot of these supercars, were taken away from drug lords or people who could not afford to pay, criminal crooks, losers, God knows what. Many of them are in jail and their car are going to be sold. Oh, well, that is if the government or those who have the money and the power decide to go there and buy them all up and sell it. It's all about money. It's dirty. It's all about greed and money, people. And you know it. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. Biden blew his chance to be on the right side of history. Again, that's an ending. We discussed that earlier when she had to deal with Mrs. Harris. So again, those stars do not lie, my friend. They do not lie. I'm giving you an idea of how the cosmic code or the soul of the cosmos or God, cosmic divinity, speaking his will through the science operates. Okay. Again, all these disappeared civilizations of the past use this cosmic wisdom. Okay. And then humanity is becoming so rational, so practical, so down to earth, so agnostic, so skeptic, so atheist, so racist. Humans are becoming machine of intellectual power. And one day they're going to be able to create artificial intelligence. And those machines, those robots will be able to duplicate themselves. And then for eternity live as the reptilians out there, which are dignified robots with no feeling and no soul, scratching their big, educated, rational heads. What the hell happened? Who are we? What's going on here? They're wondering why we create, why we have feeling, why we have emotions, why we are spiritual. Where did they lose it, so to speak? And we are at that junction, humanity time, where it's crucial for them to find out where we went wrong, where they went wrong. This is exactly where we are going wrong, because all the UFO speakers out there, every one of them will always involve technology, science, and the future. And a lot of them have very, very gloomy answers for you. Not me. Not me. Interestingly enough, also, before I forget, I got to mention that before President Trump decided to go to North Korea, in the radio show that I did with Dr. J, I mentioned that President Trump is feeling like a corner hyena surrounded by a bunch of lions that are all ready to kill him and his family. And he's going to do what the hell he has to do to escape. As long as he's the president, he's safe. Everybody knows it. The power knows it. The FBI, the CIA knows it. But as soon as his term is over, that's going to be a different story. And that's why he's forced to maintain good relationship with foreign powers. Would it be the Russian or would it be North Korea? And then he has a love relationship that can be explained. You know, Trump is a Gemini. Go into the fifth house. June, July, August, September, October. Okay, Mr. Kim Jong-un, he's a freaking Libra. Right on his fifth house. That's the house of love, romance, creativity, and children. It is the seat of attraction between human beings. And when Trump mentioned, oh, we have a chemistry, well, there is a chemistry. Chemistry is there, and there is a much higher purpose behind that. You have to remember, Trump is a Gemini. You know, he's going to tell you something and help with another face. That's why he cannot stop stalking. That's why he repeats himself. And he starts, he doesn't finish. He goes around, he goes left and right. He is a Gemini. Okay, dual means also the great opportunity for him to be re-elected. That's why they are working so hard to make sure he doesn't get this re-election, because that will give him another opportunity to completely erase the true identity of the United States, which is a nation built on foreigners. So on top of that, there is also great dangers for him to pay the ultimate price, because there is a lot of infected people out there who wants to see him dead. Okay, and that's no. He's a human being. He has family. He has heart. He's a human being. He is who he is. Okay, and he was fated by the reptilians to lead this country into this freaking racist nightmare. But hey, that's the stars. Remember, my work is not political. It's highly spiritual. You can relate to it. You can digest it. You can accept it. That is your deal, not mine. That's what I do. That's my gift. It's what I'm giving to you, and it's free. Challenging your mind to the extreme, because the future has and will always prove me right. Okay, it has been so far. It did again today with those earthquakes and those volcanoes. And it's on the radio. And it's going to be in a new radio show that I'm going to do next Saturday. So I hope to see you there, guys. All right, now I want to finish on a good note, though. Understand that the reptilians are negative, evil, demons, forces of darkness, fallen angels. Then you have the draconics, the light, seeking their power, using their power, channeling their power through the sun, light, and love, while the reptilians use it from the planet of darkness, Pluto, the lord of underworld, who regulates the criminal element of life and death. Okay? It's only positive and negative. Remember, you're a human being. You have 2 eyes, 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 feet, 2 sides of the brain. Okay? You're like a battery. Anytime you're negative, any words that come out of your mouth, if it's negative, there is no way around it. You cannot challenge me on that one. You are reptilians infected. And I am too, believe me. If I drink 2 or 3 beers, which I didn't drink for weeks now, I can't wait to get rid of all this medication. I can get a little bit of beer or red wine and get a bit of buzz finally. normal. See in French. Glass of wine a day, we keep the doctor away. That's why we say in French. So what I'm trying to tell you is the Reptilius works for the light, the Draconis, the Reptilius work for the darkness, and the Draconis works for the light. Okay, and those entities, those extraterrestrials, are going to be constantly battling each other. There is a war in the heavens, not only on Earth. Earth is the final result of what's transpiring on a higher dimension. It's mind-boggling. It's incredible. That's why I can't wait once I'm here to discuss a little bit more about the power of the Reptilius and the Draconis and show you the real power of Draco when I go to this UFO cruise or this natural healing stay young cruise. So, hey, I hope to see you there, guys. We're going to have fun. We're going to have fun. Then you're going to see the real power of Draco when I put you in a light trance and then let you heal yourself. Because I can't tell you anything you want about natural health, but I can do nothing. You're the one who have to heal yourself by manipulating or using constructively with the help of the Draconis, your supraconscious cosmic forces. And that's what Draco is doing. And it's also going to help you to bring about a lot of your wishes. So it's going to be an interesting show once I'm ready to go. All right. Well, we come at the end of this little video here. Once again, if you feel that I have something that's entertaining or educational or both, hey, share it. Until then, make it a beautiful day. So I'm going to go back to my couch and take my medication. Goodbye.